let's read the question first. It is given that 65% of a certain firm's employees are full-time. And if there are 5,100 more full-time employees than part-time employees. So step 1 is writing down what we can understand from the question. Now after reading the question, you must be able to comprehend that if the total number of employees is E, then that will be equal to the sum of employees who are full-time and employees who are part-time. Now it is given that employees who are full-time is equal to 65% of the total number of employees. And it is also given that 5,100 more employees are full-time as compared to employees who are part-time. So this is all the information that we can gather from the question. We have to find out how many total employees does the firm have. Now we move on to step 2. So step 2 is understanding how to solve the question. Since the full-time employees are 65% of the total number of employees, then the number of part-time employees will be equal to 100 minus 65% of the total number of employees, which equals to 35% of E. Now according to this statement that there are 5,100 more full-time employees than part-time employees, we can deduce the equation that 65% of employees, which is the number of employees who are working full-time, minus 35% of employees, which is the number of employees who are working part-time. Their difference is equal to 5,100. And we find the solution using this deduced equation. So we move on to step 3. So the equation that we got, 65% of E minus 35% of E is equal to 5,100. Now this equals to 30% of E, which is also equal to 5,100. Now 30% can be written as 30 by 100 into E. Now the value of E can be calculated by 5,100 multiplied by 100 divided by 30. Now 30 cancels 5,100 170 times. So the final answer is 17,000. Hence the correct answer is option E.